It's such an honor to be part of this important day at Boston University's College of Communications. I'm grateful for this opportunity to address the class of 2023 and to greet the faculty, staff, administration of this beloved institution. Dean DeCristina, thank you not only for this opportunity, but also for the amazing work that you've done. When Dean DeCristina invited me to speak to all of you, I felt deeply humbled, and without hesitation, I accepted. However, after a few minutes, I began to doubt my decision and thought I might have made a mistake in accepting such an important and challenging responsibility. At the time, we were in the middle of producing 3 projects across 4 different countries in 2 different continents, with 2 more in full development. The task of writing and preparing a commencement speech on top of it all seemed overwhelming, and I had no idea how I was going to do it. But with no turning back, I persisted, and here we are today. In preparing this, I reflected on my own journey and the lessons I've learned along the way, and thought of the things that I have experienced and wish someone had told me when I was sitting where you are. I had come up with 3 things that I want to share with you. The first one seems simple, but it isn't. Do what you love. You probably heard this before, but it is worth repeating. Always do what you're passionate about. It doesn't matter what it is. You will spend thousands of hours doing it, and you better love it. And if you don't, you will lose interest and you will fail. I remember my first job after getting my master's degree here at Com. Imagine this. I had just graduated from BU with a master's in television management. I also had a good friend here at BU whose sister had just married Edgar Brofman Jr., owner of Seagram's, which at the time had just bought Universal Studios. He was very gracious in connecting me with the head of HR, so I flew to LA, and after interviewing with several executives, they offered me to oversee their television production at Universal. Amazing, right? Well, that didn't happen. However, I was offered a job as a production assistant on a sitcom for NBC. I was very grateful for the job, but it was tough. I had to run around LA and buy the most random flavors of Arizona iced tea for the writers, haul parking spaces for the cast, take their food orders, make hundreds of photocopies of scripts, and deliver them to the producers and executives all over Los Angeles at 2 in the morning. And keep in mind, there was no Waze back then. It was hard, but I loved it so much. Just being able to walk on the set, watch everyone in action, the director, the producers, the cast, to really understand the dynamics. I really enjoyed it, even though most of my job at the time had nothing to do with what I had been preparing for all my life. So I just want to let you know that there will be times that if you're not passionate about it, you will most likely fail. Your first job will probably be underpaid, and it will feel like it's not worth it. Do not worry about the money. Trust me on this one. If you do what you love, money will follow. As Steve Jobs once said, your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. And with all the matters of the heart, you will know when you find it. The second point is about failing and learning from it. Failure is not something to fear. In fact, it is a necessary part of growth and progress. At some point in your life, you will experience failure. And that's okay. What matters is what you do with that failure. While we may not have control over everything that happens in our lives, we do have control over how we respond to it. As Dr. Seuss said, when something bad happens, you have 3 choices. You can either let it define you, let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. I have had my fair share of failures in my career. At one point, I was head of Telemundo Network, one of the best jobs jobs in Spanish language television and achieving outstanding results. However, suddenly, I was fired. I learned the hard way that failure is not the end if you use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. It is the end if you do nothing. As they say, if you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. Welcome it, learn from it, and use it to propel yourself forward. Keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Take risks, and never stop learning and growing. So the next time you face a challenge, don't be afraid to ask yourself, what is it trying to teach you? And embrace the opportunity to learn and grow. Remember something Oprah once said, failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. The third point is to always remember that life is not just about work. It's about balancing work and personal life. It's about spending quality time with your loved ones and taking care of yourself, physically and mentally. I had placed so much time and devotion into my job at Telemundo that when I no longer had it, I realized how much I had neglected my family, friends, and myself. It was a wake-up call. I had the blessing of learning that at this point in my life where I could do something about it. Sadly, some people only realize the importance of balancing work and personal life when it's too late. And they find themselves wishing they could turn back the time to cherish the moment they miss with their loved ones. So, as you leave here today, I want you to remember one thing. You have been given the tools to succeed. Go out there and make a difference in the world. Follow your passions, do what you love, knowing that there are going to be bumps on the road. Yes, lessons waiting for you to grow. Give time to yourself and your loved ones. That's true success, a real sense of fulfillment and happiness. Thank you, Dean DiCristina. I'm so glad I said yes. Today will be one of the moments that I will thank and cherish for the rest of my life. Congratulations to the class of 2023 and best of luck on your journey ahead.